this is near and dear to my heart because I had a conversation with you all about my experience at the rec centers, right? I grew up at the Johnson's Recreation Center between Livernois and Wyoming and Norfolk and Chippewa. All right, off of Cherry Lawn. Cherry Lawn and Chippewa is where the Johnson's Recreation Center, which I believe is still standing, it just hasn't been opened in decades and decades. The Detroit City teams under Mike Duggan have been refurbishing and opening up recreation centers. And so I seen one recently open and it had this huge renovation. Pools was open and all that. I said, man, I see you, Detroit. I see you, Detroit. I see you getting it. But here's the thing, over in Philadelphia, apparently they don't value their recreation centers the way that we used to and the way that we do, right? And so what happened over in Philadelphia, let me bring you guys up to speed, is apparently the first day that it was open, and I haven't looked at this extensively because I wanted to react to it in real time, that the first day that it was open, 5 people were shot, including children. Again, make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's talk about it.
I'm tired of thoughts and prayers at moments like this because they seem so deficient. It is not enough. It shouldn't happen, and it shouldn't occur.
From Philadelphia's mayor to the community, frustration is mounting over the gun violence in our city. Rec centers used to be places for kids to play safely, but as we have seen time and time again, that is no longer the case. Today's shooting outside a rec center and community pool in West Philadelphia happened while dozens of kids were swimming and its summer camp had just wrapped for the day. 5 people were injured, including 4 children, the youngest just 10 years old. This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Sheba Russell. Here's what we know so far. Police say sometime this afternoon a fight broke out near Christie Rec Center. It was broken up, but then the people involved in that fight returned to the area and opened fire. 2 young children, 10 and 11 years old, were grazed by bullets. 2 teenagers, both 16 years old, are also recovering tonight. One is in critical condition. And an adult rec center employee was also grazed. Our Shawnette Wilson is live at Philadelphia Police Headquarters for us tonight. Shawnette, we are most certainly feeling the frustration and the sadness here.
And Sheba, this was the first day that this pool was open, the first chance that these kids had to be there and swim around. It was just filled over the weekend. What has happened has rocked this community.
That means that you have no regard for human life. You have no regard for our young people.
A tragic scene at Christie Recreation Center in West Philly this afternoon. Police crime scene tape around the pool and parts of the building. Shell casings on the ground, even a bullet hole in this car parked near the corner of 56th and Christian.
All right, so now what I want y'all to do, what I want you guys to do is I want you to tell me how it just doesn't happen only in the black community with this type of stuff. Go ahead. Fill me in. Fill me in on how it doesn't only happen in the black community, this type of stuff. Tell me how this is just crime in proximity. This has nothing to do with whether or not black culture is trash. Tell me. Give me your rhetoric. Give me your spiel. Tell me about how it's always the white man's fault. Tell me how I'm selling out because I'm calling out the BS in the community and that children who was there to swim at the recreation center, they're not at a concert. This isn't 3 a.m. this time. It's not the concert. Nobody was drinking. They wasn't in the streets. It wasn't a part of the gangs. Had nothing to do with the white man. He wasn't behind the scenes pulling the puppets. It's not the Jews this time. So go ahead. Fill me in. I'm waiting. I'll wait. I know it's always somebody with no profile picture that jerks off in their socks that like to go ahead and tell me about how it's white people's fault, how they threw the first punch, alcohol was involved. It's always the persons, the people, the system, black to the power, the black power. Go ahead. Tell me about this one. I wonder if Al Sharpton is going to pull up. Isn't Umar Johnson from Philadelphia? Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. We have to stop the violence. Queens, Mother Earth, Mother of the universe. Don't focus on my schlong. Don't focus on my schlong. All right? I see the women walking by. Don't distract King Kong consciousness. Just focus on the kids this time. Tell me. Who's going to be the leader that show up this time? Is it Umar? Is it Al? Maybe Roly-Poly Martin will come up and give us some insight on how we need to fix the community. Financial empowerment. What is the terms? I'm going to give y'all all of the good terms on this one. Generational wealth. Taking our land. Tulsa. Look at what they did to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Look at what they did to Black Wall Street. Tell me, give me, because see, listen, nobody is being affected except for you and what you do in your own culture and in your own environments, in your own cities that are predominantly black, that they opened up recreation centers for to keep your children occupied throughout the summer so that they don't get involved in gangs and drugs and fights and illegal activities and be distracted from being focused. So while mama is at work, and daddy taking care of business, or daddy if he's even able to be found, right? Man is shooting up the recreation centers, and 9, 10 years old, 11 years old, the workers at the recreation center. Tell me, come on, tell me how I'm supposed to go back to the hood and give back this time. What are you doing for your community since you got rich? What are you going to do for your community? Do you give back? Do you put more money in the black community? Which one is it this time? Tell me. Tell me how this mythical white man, tell me how Trump and his fascism is hurting your recreation center whose the pool just opened. Tell me. Tell me this time. I just want to know. Was it slavery? Is it slavery this time? Is it, what else? What else is it? The white people in Appalachia sent it's the record executives. They the one that got this community center shot up this time, right? It's the record executives. Who is it? Who is it in the community that we can blame outside of ourselves? Because if you're telling me that somebody in this guy's family or in this guy's circle or in a neighborhood or the neighbors weren't familiar with man and that he had pistols and he was going to shoot some stuff up, eventually, if it wasn't the recreation center, it was going to be the liquor store. If it wasn't the liquor store, he was going to be in the parking lot and somebody was going to step on his shoes. If it wasn't the parking lot and the liquor store, then he was going to be doing a recording session at the record label, because you know we all got to be rappers. And I was walking past the other day before yesterday, I'm walking downtown, and I'm about to catch the people mover because I'm just hanging out downtown and vlogging and stuff like that. And I see some young black guys that's sitting here on the side of the right side out of the park, right here by Grand Circus Park, right? And they sitting there and they selling their candy on the side of the road. Not the candy on the side of the road, but at their table. They got their candy. Hey, and this is how they pitch you. They don't say, hey, would you like something to eat or whatever? Hey, black man, support us. Buy our stuff and support us. And this is the honest to God truth on everything. On my daughter's life, on my father's grave, this is what they said. I said, oh, no, I'm good, big dog. This is their reaction to the reaction. Man, you see we trying to stay out the streets. We try not to be out here in the streets doing something bad. Now, me being a 43-year-old man, knowing what the streets is like and being very careful about my words and being proactive like I try to teach you guys every single day, I stayed laser focused. I'm still got my peripherals. I'm still paying attention to what's going on around me, but I'm laser focused on going in. I'm not going to turn back. I'm not going to argue back with you. Oh, what? So you think it? Now, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, so you telling me that if I don't buy your candy, you're going to be out here knocking over some heads? Is that's your pitch to me? For me to buy whatever product that you selling on the side of the road that you probably stole? You're telling me that I'm supposed to support your product because you don't feel like being in the streets and doing stuff that you're not supposed to do. So the determining factor for whether you're going to do the right thing in your life is if I buy your candy. But I ain't say nothing. I just kept on moving. You know, ha, and I just keep moving. The ha, the ha, that's the acknowledgement. That's me saying, oh, I hear you, but I ain't about to talk to you. Oh man, so you ain't gonna, man, we trying to do the right thing. We try not to be in these streets. Ha, just keep going. I want you to know that I heard you, I acknowledge you, and I continue to track along the way so that I can get on the people mover and get to my place. Honestly, bro, like the mentality is messed up. It is messed up in the community. And we're going to continue to have these conversations and blame the man. You want to know the fastest way? You look. If I am this mythical man behind the scenes, the Wizard of Oz that's controlling things, and I want to make sure that I'm the socially engineering black people to not be able to be successful and all of this other type of stuff. Ha 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 ha. Black people, here's another thing that you can have a problem with, and here's another thing. If I'm the Wizard of Oz, right? If I'm this all-knowing, all-powerful white man that is so much smarter than everybody else on the earth, that I am able to circumvent your life and be able to redirect you where it is that you need to go, right? Look at it from the other lens. Because it's easy to look at it from the victim mindset perspective, but let's look at it from the other lens, right? If I am this all-knowing, powerful white man, right? The thing that I would have you most focused on is you feeling like you're oppressed. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. If I'm this guy that's trying to prevent you as an entire race in every city in the United States of America, all across the globe, 13%, 13 point, what? Let's just say 14% of the population. Let's round it up. So if it's 350 million people inside of the United States of America, right? 10% of that would be 35 million. 10% will be 35 million. So let's throw another 5% of the 350 million on top of the 10%, right? We're going to do some mental math today. Come on, stay with me. Mental math. So let's just say a cool 50 million black people are inside of the United States of America. And I want to put the puppet strings on all of these black people. Let's get them. Let's make sure that we keep them apprised and we don't ever want them to own nothing. And we gonna make sure that they stay distracted so they can't build businesses and they don't have the same economic opportunities as us, all right? So I'm this all-powerful white man. And if I wanted to keep 50 million black people out of the loop, the first thing that I would do is I would have them continue to beg me for reparations. And I would have them continue to focus on whether or not I am giving them resources. And if I am the one that is oppressing them, and if I am the one that's creating the system that's keeping them down. You know why I would do that? Because it would distract them from taking personal responsibility and accountability. Because if you took personal responsibility and accountability, I wouldn't be able to stop you. Contrary to popular belief, if you're socially engineering somebody to not be successful, the only thing that you can do is try to convince them that it's somebody else's fault. Listen, I'm giving you the very much stripped down blueprint of life. The only thing I can do to somebody, because I can't kill you, because then I will go to jail. I can't physically do anything to you, especially in this technologically advanced world, because it'll come back to me. I can't even pay somebody to go and do something to you, because if they get caught, they're going to snitch on me and then it's going to come back to me. So the best way for me to do it without it literally ever touching my hands and for me to be clean about it is I would have to convince you that it's my fault that you are not successful so that you can focus more on me instead of focusing more on you. Because I know that if you ever decide that you want to change your life, it would be nothing that I can do about it because you would be so focused on you instead of being focused on me. So if I can convince you to not pick up the trash on your own lawn and to focus on whether or not my lawn is cleaner than yours, then I can distract you from the thing that you're supposed to be doing that'll encourage you to fix your house. If I can convince you that where you live is the ghetto, then you will depress your real estate and the value of the home that your grandmother left you. The one that y'all said was so easy for the older people to get, the one that they bought and had their own home, how successful black people were more than they are today, even though they have more freedom than they ever have before. I'll convince you that where you live is the ghetto, even though all land on this earth is value. The value of it is based off of what your perception is of it. I will convince you that your land is ghetto. The home that your grandmother lived in is ghetto. And when you get rid of it, I'm going to buy it for pennies on the dollar. And then I'm going to mythically gentrify it because you think that white people are so much better than you that when you see a white face, don't even have to make more money than you. But when they move into your neighborhood, all of a sudden you think the neighborhood is better because it's all based off of perception. If I can get you to focus on not taking responsibility and fixing your own problems and fixing your own neighborhood, I can always keep you in this cycle where you always going to be. I guarantee you have, for you dusties that keep on blaming the man, your children's children will be saying the same thing and they're not going to get a dime from the federal government in reparations. Your children's children who will be so far removed from slavery will be blaming the white man for them doing the same things, going to get student loans, having children out of wedlock, continuing to have their child being raised and being sassy. They're going to do the same thing. I promise you. I promise you.
Those people who are responsible, whomever they are, once the investigation is complete, any and everyone associated with this will be held accountable.
City officials were upset and angry to report a shooting that left 5 people hurt. Investigators say police took a 10-year-old boy and 11-year-old girl to CHOP, both with graze wounds and in stable condition. They say a 16-year-old boy arrived at another hospital where he is in critical condition. Another 16-year-old boy was taken to Penn Presby in stable condition. And lastly, a 32-year-old man who is a city employee with the rec center suffered a graze wound to the hand and is in stable condition.
To find that we have almost 75 children in the pool and individuals will come down here and fire when our children are here. There are boundaries.
Come on.
And if they don't set the boundaries, then we will set them for them.
Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel says early information is that there was a fight here earlier in the day, that rec center staff and an officer on detail here broke up. But around 4 o'clock, people came back.
Fired at individuals who were not in the pool but on 56th Street outside of the pool.
Harold Boswell is a community crisis intervention advocate with an organization called Eddie's House.
It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because I got kids and my team, they got kids.
He says they canvass this area almost every day.
We tell people all the time, you got a problem, reach out to us. We'll try to solve it for you. They don't have to go this far.
Eli Mount lives nearby.
Why kids can't just come here and have fun besides somebody coming here and start shooting at people?
And police tell us they have a lot of video to look at for clues. Of course, the rec center has cameras. They also went into a convenience store on the corner, Sheba, to get video from their cameras. They're asking anyone who has information about this shooting to call 215-686-TIPS. And just from the community here, this is, I want to be clear, not information confirmed by police, Sheba, but on the scene today, a lot of people in the community were saying that this had something to do with an argument over a girl. Again, not confirmed by police, but many people.
Every time. Boy, you cannot plan this any better. Every single time. It's the same thing. Yo, what happened to the kids that was over there in Memphis, Tennessee? What happened to them boys that was down there in Florida? What was they arguing about? The same thing. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy. The same thing over and over again. Y'all arguing about a hoe. Y'all arguing about a girl. And y'all shot up the community recreation center. And y'all think that this is going to work out for you? What you want me to say? What you want me to say? What else is there to say? I just talked about this. You absolutely right. Peter Investor, I talk about this every day. Every day. Every day. I try to teach y'all the importance of being able to separate. Man, listen, bro. Listen. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired, bro. I'm genuinely tired. I'm tired, bro. Y'all not tired yet? Y'all not tired of certain people? Y'all not tired of having to overcompensate for the degenerates and being an over good person so that we could try to combat the nonsense and the black fatigue that we see inside of the community? Y'all not tired yet? I am.